Hey there, back with another video. And today I wanted to do a video about Windows 8.1. So coming up this January 2023, Microsoft will officially be discontinuing support for Windows 8.1. Windows 8/8.1 was kind of an odd time in Microsoft history. So it originally released back in 2012, which, if you were around back then, mobile computing was like really big at the time. So a lot of people were saying, you know what, forget buying a PC, just buy a tablet and just have a computer on the go. And that's essentially how Windows 8 came to be. Microsoft wanted to build an operating system that would take advantage of the mobile touchscreen computing industry. It was a pretty cool idea on paper, but the reality is Windows 8/8.1 didn't really have a whole lot of success. The original version, Windows 8.1, was heavily criticized because it got rid of the start menu, which is kind of baffling to think about a Windows operating system without a start menu. But hey, apparently Microsoft found it a good idea to get rid of it. So then in 2013, they decided to release a new version / update of Windows 8 called Windows 8.1, where they basically did some under the hood tweaks to Windows 8 and brought back the more familiar start menu screen. It still had the weird like full screen start menu that Windows 8 had, but it now had a dedicated Windows Start menu button like any normal Windows operating system. I actually didn't end up hating Windows 8 as much as other people did at the time, but I can definitely see why people didn't like it. Yeah, it was definitely a big change compared to Windows 7, and really it was kind of not executed very well, but I could definitely see what Microsoft was trying to do at the time. Although they definitely improved a lot with Windows 10. The only time I ever got to use Windows 8 was in school. In middle school, majority of our PCs ran Windows 7, but there was one particular PC, I have no idea why, but there was only one PC in the computer lab that ran Windows 8, and I always went to that one because, you know, Windows 8 was brand new at the time. Like, oh, cool, this is awesome. And then I want to say around junior or senior year in high school, they upgraded all of the computers in the school system with Windows 8.1. And then when I got to college, that's when I got to use Windows 10 for the first time. And I've been using Windows 10 ever since. And according to Google, as of November 2022, 2.45% of traditional PCs are still running Windows 8.1, making it the fourth most popular Windows operating system to this day. So for the 2.45 people that are watching this video that are still running Windows 8.1, this is for you. Time to take one last look at Windows 8.1. We'll be installing the operating system on the testing bench PC and see how it goes. The hardware from this PC is from around 2012 or 2013, so I don't have any doubts that it's going to have any trouble finding any drivers for the hardware in the system. And let's just get this out of the way. Yes, I am installing this via a DVD. And I know people are going to be like, well, why can't you install it via USB? It's way faster and more efficient, and it's way easier. No. To be honest, I probably could make a bootable USB drive with Windows 8.1, but I'm just lazy, and I already had a DVD lying around with Windows 8.1 on it anyway, so we're just going to go with that, even though it'll take longer to install. So even though this video is going to be demonstrating Windows 8.1, the original version of Windows 8 is pretty similar to Windows 8.1, except the fact that it's got a couple of under the hood tweaks, and plus it actually has the return of the start menu. So that is why we're not going to be taking a look at the original version of Windows 8. Plus, support for that version ended back in 2016, so really no point. For those of you who have used Windows 10 exclusively in their lives, fun fact, the updated Windows logo originally came from Windows 8. Pretty nice. Okie dokie, time to start the setup process. And of course we don't have a product key. Do we really need a product key? I swear there was a way, even back in like Windows 7, there was a way to install the operating system without a product key. I wonder if Windows 8 has that same thing. I swear it does. I wonder if there is a universal product key that I can find online. Let me go do some searching here quick. All right, we're back. So I was able to find a generic product key to use during the setup process. It'll still ask for an activation key later on, but since basically we're only installing this for a video, I don't really care. It's not going to get any use outside of this video anyway. So we want to install it on our SSD. Use the entire drive. Sweet, here we go. And just like any Windows installation setup ever, it's nothing you've never seen before. So I'm not even gonna bother recording this part. Getting ready. All right, here we go. Now this is where the setup process looks way different compared to what it is in Windows 10. So first it asks you to pick your color, which is something that Windows 10 obviously does not ask you for. Let's pick a PC name. We'll do Win 8. Next, get online. And my Wi-Fi is not showing up in that list. So that's not going to work. That's whatever. It probably can't find the drivers for my USB Wi-Fi adapter, so we'll worry about that later. I will say though, the setup process of Windows 8 is way less invasive than it is on Windows 10 because, my God, Windows 10 wants every single piece of information from you. They want your Microsoft account. They want to know if they can collect data from you. They want your first and last name, date of birth, social security number, where you go to sleep at night, what your dog's name is. And yeah, Windows 8 still has some of that stuff, but it's way less naggy about it. Okay, so time to name it. Let's call it Win 8.1. And we'll set no password because we're unsecure like that. Hi. We're setting everything up for you. Now this definitely looks familiar from Windows 10 because it does the exact same thing on there. And wow, that was quick. Well, of course we're running it with an SSD, so of course it's going to be quick. But yeah, we're in. Sweet. So on the surface level, Windows 8 looks pretty similar to both Windows 10 and Windows 7. Like for example, if we go to the File Explorer, then yeah, it legit uses the exact same icons that Windows used back in Windows Vista and Windows 10, or Windows 7 I should say. And then obviously the taskbar looks pretty similar to Windows 10. The real difference is if we click on the Start menu, oh yeah. This is definitely where most of the criticism was drawn from when Windows 8 first came out, because yeah, I can't really blame them. It's definitely a lot different compared to any other Windows version, but honestly, I don't really mind it all that much. The only thing that I don't really like is the full screen so-called Metro apps. So there's certain apps in the start menu that can only be accessed through the start menu on this like full screen here. So like, for example, if I want to check the weather, it'll automatically open up in this huge window here. And if I want to access the start menu, I have to move my cursor all the way down here and click on the start menu again. And if I want to access the desktop, I have to go up here and minimize it, and there's my desktop. But if I want to go back into the weather app, then it goes into that full screen again. So it is kind of annoying, but let me tell you, it was way worse in the original version of Windows 8, because in the original version of Windows 8, you didn't have this button at all. Basically, in order to access the start menu, you would either press the Windows key on your keyboard, or you would basically move your mouse all the way to the bottom of the screen, and then you'd see like a little icon that says start, and then you'd be able to access the start menu from there. And then I want to say there wasn't even a way to access the desktop from your Metro apps either. So that that was also quite annoying, to say the least. So like, for example, if I minimize this, I think in the original version of Windows 8 it would just go to the start menu instead. Now before we move any further, first and foremost, I need to install some drivers on this thing, so I'll do that real quick. And while we're at it, let's get rid of this crappy Internet Explorer and download Edge instead. That's better. Alright, got all the drivers installed. So, what should we take a look at first? How about let's take a look at the Microsoft Store, which is where the application got its start on Windows 8. So, this still works on Windows 8. You can still find modern applications through the App Store on Windows 8. It just doesn't really look as nice as it does on Windows 8, Windows 10, and Windows 11. Also takes a hell of a lot longer to load. Oh yeah, I forgot Windows 8 had that feature. So one really nice thing is for full screen apps like the Store, if I go up to the top of the screen, you see that little box that appears, you can switch between applications. That's actually pretty neat. I also forgot to mention there's another way to access the start menu. If you put your cursor to the very end of the screen on the right side, somewhere, there it is, it'll open up the charm bar, which was something that they introduced in Windows 8. It's kind of a predecessor to the Action Center in Windows 10. Basically, you can access everything from the search function, share functionality, the start menu, check on devices that are connected to your PC, as well as checking on settings from this screen as well. It'll also show you the status of your internet connection, as well as showing the current date and time. Let's search for video streaming services. Okay, so you still got the popular ones like Netflix and TuneIn. I did see, I think there was Hulu on there as well on the main screen. I almost wonder, does it have some of the more obscure ones like Tubi TV? Let's see. Oh, nope. Tubi TV is not supported on Windows 8, so I should take that back. Not all of the apps are on the old version of the Windows Store, so yeah, you might have some issues with some app support on Windows 8. But good news is that it looks like the most popular applications like Netflix and Hulu, at least as far as I can see, it looks like they are still on here. How about Asphalt 9? Nope. You got Asphalt 8, but other than that, unfortunately you can't play the newest version of Asphalt on Windows 8. Yeah, reading some most recent user reviews of some of these apps, it seems like some of these apps are no longer supported on Windows 8. So yeah, forget what I said. Some apps will still work on Windows 8. Like I would assume Netflix would. I would assume Netflix would still work. But yeah, I do remember there was one game that was on one of the computers in the computer lab when I was in high school that ran Windows 8. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was called... Yes! Chicken Invaders! Yep. Oh, I still remember this. Oh, good times. Let's see, what else is there to look at in Windows 8? Let's try the map application. Yeah, not much to say. It's it's a map application. Let's see here. I almost wonder, does the direction system still work for this? Let's try, say for example, if we wanted to go from Chicago, Illinois to New York City, New York. Hey, cool. It works. Not entirely sure if it's up to date like it is on Google Maps and whatnot, but it works. Cool. Let's try searching up a country. How about Japan? Okay, apparently Japan is in Pennsylvania. Sure. Oh, I guess not. You lied to me, Windows 8. How dare you? I wonder, let's see how far we can zoom in. Oh yeah. So you can definitely see individual streets. So that's good. Now whether or not those streets are up to date is yet to be seen. Let's see what's this button do? Oh, cool. We can see all the vegetation and where all the houses are at. I want to see if we can see this one. Who lives in this house? Hello? Oh, come on. I want to see who lives there. Fine, keep your secrets. Let's check out sports. Okay. I guess let's not check out sports then. What if I want to check on my stocks on Windows 8? Does that still work? Let's see. So, say for example that I had a stock in Nintendo, which I don't. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, whatever. I have no idea how this stuff works. I don't have any money in any stocks. I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin. So, yeah, screw that. Let's see if the news still works. Let's see what kind of shitstorm is on the news today. Probably nothing new. Let's try technology news. Come on. Come on, Windows 8, you can do it. Well, it brought up something. Yeah, let's click on this one. Let's see if we can at least view it. Hey, look at that. Cool. So the news app still works if you wanted to check the news on freaking Windows 8. Now there was a special version of Internet Explorer that was made specifically for Windows 8 when it first came out. Let me see if it actually still works. So let's go to Google. Okay, sweet. So we were able to navigate to Google just fine. Let's search Internet Explorer 10. Initial release September 4th, 2012, 10 years ago. And it was last updated in 2016. So yeah, not really up to date at all. Let's try YouTube. I highly doubt it's going to work on this version of Internet Explorer, but let's try it anyway. Yep, I had a feeling. I want to see, does it work on... Let's see, I think this version is Internet Explorer 11, okay. Does it work on this version? Oh, I guess not. Because it automatically opened up in Microsoft Edge. Let's see, what else is there to check out? Let's check out the Games app. It's lonely here. Isn't it always? Well, your first problem is you're running Windows 8, so that might be where the root of the cause is. Let's try searching Cyberpunk. Aw. I guess Cyberpunk doesn't even exist in the world of Windows 8. Okay. How about let's try Halo. Okay. So I was able to find something. So I guess when it comes to any like newer releases, yeah, this app is pretty much useless nowadays. But yeah, if for some reason you want to play older stuff like frickin' FIFA 15, then sure, yeah, go right ahead. Let's check out the settings app and see how clustered that is. And yeah, it's pretty clustered. I do remember the settings app was another thing I really didn't like about Windows 8. It was kind of difficult to find your settings. Let's check out the help and tips application. How about how to change background? I guess we can't be helped. Go figure. What the hell is a reading list? Read at your leisure. Add articles to your list by sharing from the web or your favorite apps. Is this basically another way to bookmark websites? Because if so, that's really stupid. Why would you want to do that? Just Just bookmark it with your browser. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Food and drink. Let's see if this still works. Apparently not, because it is not loading, and I'm too impatient to wait, so. Of course, we got our good old favorite applications like Paint. Of course, can't forget that. No Windows OS is complete without it. And then, of course, we obviously still have access to the old control panel application. Same thing with Windows 10. Pretty standard. And I don't think I have it installed on here, but I want to say this was the last version that officially supported Windows Media Center. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have it installed. We got Media Player though. Yeah, this was basically like the last time that Microsoft really gave a shit about the Windows Media Center application before it was basically unsupported on Windows 10. Let's check out my photos. I have no photos because apparently I have no life. What if I want to travel somewhere? Let's see if this application still works. Judging by our track record so far in this video, I'm guessing probably not. Yeah, this one's not loading either, so that's a bust. Sound recorder? Oh, I could have some fun with this. Let me go find a microphone quick. Hello? Hello? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I clearly have the microphone plugged in, but it's not detecting it. That is super strange. Huh. Okay, screw that then. Well, there you have it. That's Windows 8. I'm all out of ideas, so I guess we're gonna leave it here. So, I can't quite remember if Microsoft is going to offer extended support for Windows 8 like they did with Windows 7. Oh, I guess that answers my question. So it looks like Microsoft will not be having a extended security update program for Windows 8.1. So after January 10th, 2023, you're pretty much shit out of luck. It's either upgrade to Windows 10 or 11, or I don't know, use Linux or something. Or just use Windows 8.1 offline. That works too. I am curious though, if any of you are still running Windows 8, definitely let me know, because I want to hear your experience too. Because, well, yeah, Windows 8 wasn't the most popular operating system that Microsoft ever made. It wasn't bad, honestly. It was just different, and a lot of people didn't end up liking it. And I can definitely see why. I will say though, it is way, way better than Windows Vista was. That operating system was an absolute train wreck. I don't think I'll ever mentally recover from using that operating system. Horrible memories. So yeah, that's really all I got. Time to sunset Windows 8. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.